Hello everyone. Today we are going to be talking about a new private server that has just emerged. It's about 2 weeks old at this point, and it's called Nostrum WoW. And this is a server that I see growing pretty rapidly over the past week and a half that I've been playing. So I'm going to go over what this server is all about, why people like it, if it's right for you, and more. Before we dive in though, please drop a like on the video and subscribe if you want to see more private server videos and streams. It would help a lot. Now let's get into what makes this server special. The core server features of Nostrum WoW. So perhaps the most important and biggest draw of this server is the progressive leveling system built on Wrath of the Lich King 335. What exactly does that mean, progressive leveling though? Well, in this case, we are capped on phase 1 at level 19. You might think it's a pretty low level to be capped at, and yes, initially I thought the same thing. What are we going to be doing at level 19 for a couple weeks, 3 weeks? But I've found that everybody has been making alts, running Warsong Gulch, getting BIS, and most importantly, I'm seeing all the people that are level 19, they're helping the people that aren't yet, the ones that are just joining this server. So yes, I mean, at level 19, there isn't a whole lot to do, but that is kind of the interesting part. And having patience for the next phase, because once everybody levels up to max level for the next phase, then we'll all be on the same level. So, you know, generally what this means is the population can't rush to level 80. It keeps a balance for people who can't perhaps play as much classic WoW as we used to. I mean, a lot of the classic WoW fans are a bit older now, and you know, I understand. So it's a big draw to be able to log in, play as much or as little as you want, and then be ready for that next phase whenever it drops. And then we're all going to be leveling the same content together, the same zones, dungeons, what have you. So how do phases work? Well, from what I've seen, phases are going to be voted upon in the community Discord of the server. So we are going to vote how fast a phase should be set for. So we're going to be making a lot of decisions in the future of this server. So be in the Discord if you are going to join and you see something that's going to be voted on, make sure you vote. Another big thing the community voted on was to enable Dungeon Finder, and not like a Turtle WoW version of Dungeon Finder where it just finds a party for you and you have to run to the dungeon. But this one actually functions like Wrath of the Lich King does, meaning that you can queue yourself up, and if you find a party, it will party you up and then send you to that dungeon, and you can instantly start playing the dungeon. Now, at first I thought that was a bad idea, but honestly, I don't really mind it. I've already ran to these dungeons so many times in my life, and I honestly don't need to run from Booty Bay all the way to Dead Mines as Horde ever again. Anyway, let's get on to the next thing that makes this server unique in terms of base World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King. This server is cross-faction. So as a Horde, you can party up with Alliance characters, you can trade with Alliance characters, you can be in the same guild with Alliance characters, and vice versa for Horde. So cross-faction is very nice, especially with a server like this that doesn't exactly have a massive population in the thousands. And we will get to the population in a minute here. But first, let's talk about the built-in milestone rewards. Every 10 levels, you get some gold. Pretty nice. You also actually get a 12-slot bag whenever you start your character. Another helpful thing this server has is once you get to level 19, you can buy Dual Spec for just 1 gold. So that's pretty nice. As soon as you hit level 19, you can take your warrior and give him a tanking set or a DPS set, whatever you need to do. And then of course, the ever so popular hardcore mode is also in this server, which I think most people know by now, but if you don't know what hardcore mode is, you just get 1 life. If you die, your character, basically it doesn't come back to life. You have to delete them. And maybe to some of you, best of all, this server does not have a cash shop anywhere. So despite not being Classic Plus, those are the major changes that the server has to offer on top of the Wrath of the Lich King client. Now, I would like to give a little bit of my own personal take on the server so far, because I joined on day 3. One of my friends from WoW messaged me saying you should check out this server, and I'm like, okay, we'll see how it is. And then I logged in, and instantly I was having fun. It was day 3 on a brand new server. Of course, there's gonna be all kinds of people running around, leveling, skilling up their professions, and just having fun talking to each other. World chat is going crazy. And at the time, this was only like 300 people or less online. So I found a guild and we started running dungeons together. And it just feels good to play Wrath of the Lich King again for the first time, because I skipped Wrath Classic from Blizzard. I haven't played since 2008, whenever it came out. So it's really fun to have all of those quality of life improvements that Wrath has, and we're just starting brand new. It's a fresh server. Just that generates a ton of hype already as it is. You say fresh server, you type that in YouTube and the algorithm goes crazy. People love that. I love that. So day 3 was a lot of fun. Well, day 1 for me, but day 3 of the server. And the next day I started playing again. I wasn't max level quite yet, but I eventually got there and we had a guild raid, and I was like, what are we raiding? And the guild master basically had a plan to go to Hillsbrad Foothills and take down this dragon, this rare mob. So I'm like, yeah, what else are we gonna do? We're level 19. I mean, we could do Battlegrounds. We spam Battlegrounds, a bunch. But, it's time to get the guild together and go kill this dragon, which is the footage you're seeing now, by the way. So we get like 25 to 30 people together on this random private server to go kill this dragon. And there was no real reward other than just being a cool community, just banding together as the private server community does after a certain company strikes down pretty much the most popular private server ever. So, I mean, we're always going to find somewhere else to play. It's just how it is. And that's the interesting thing about NostrumWoW. I'm seeing this server grow like crazy. Now on day 3, we had around 250, maybe something like that. And then day 4, we had 350, and then skip all the way till today when this video is being released. The current peak is at 716, which is not bad, especially for a weekday, and also especially for a server that is less than 3 weeks old. So what I'm saying is, if you want to play NostrumWoW, we still have a couple weeks left before phase 2, which is on June 5th, which the level cap will be raised to 29. So get in here and get your mats, get your herbs and ore before this place really starts getting crowded. I personally think that we will see 1,000 players online very soon. I can't give you a date, but it might be tomorrow. I'm not even sure. Probably not. But the server is getting massive attention, and I suspect that this video might compel you to check it out as well. And there's good reason. This server's pretty cool. Everybody I've played with so far has been pretty helpful, willing to dungeon with you, willing to queue up for anything. Honestly, everybody has alts, so they need to do dungeons, they need to get their professions up, they need to level. So everybody's making alts and leveling with each other, and it's beautiful. The GMs are doing a good job too. They actually just added more yesterday, so that's also good news for server growth in general. And they're being transparent about the launch of the server, unlike, what happened with Project Epic. That was kind of a train wreck. This server is actually online from when it said it's going to be online, but there wasn't this massive hype build up for it either. This is definitely being discovered right now. But my verdict is, if you like Wrath of the Lich King, you don't have a whole lot of time to play, or if you do have a lot of time to play, that would be cool too, because you can make alts. You should check out this server. It's pretty refreshing to see what they're doing here. If there's only one negative that I can say about this server, is that it's only classic, baseline classic content. It's not classic plus. That's my only disappointment. But Wrath of the Lich King is pretty great in and of itself. And it's not just Wrath of the Lich King. We're actually going to be progressing all the way from level 1 through 80. So that also means that we're going to be playing Burning Crusade. And I just think that's awesome. We're going to be experiencing the best 3 expansions, Vanilla, TBC, and Wrath, all over again, with new people this time around, and from all over the world, not just region locked. I can't even tell you exactly where the server is actually hosted, by the way, but I can give you an estimate. I think it's somewhere in Europe, like Western Europe, because the ping is very similar to what I was getting with Turtle WoW, and I'm on the EST time zone. And my ping is only about 150 milliseconds, so that's not too bad. I can't even notice any lag. The server's been stable. It's only crashed once the last 2 weeks that I've been playing it, and it came right back up immediately. Is this server for you? I don't know. It might be, it might not be. Some people hate the idea of phase leveling and they just want to go straight to level 80, and that's fine. But this server is definitely not for you if you want that. This is primarily a PvE server as well, so World PvP will have to be enabled by you if you want to do that. So it's not a PvP server, it's cross-faction. If you don't like that, this server is definitely not for you. But if you want chill people to play with casually, starting brand new and going from 1 to 80 with everything in between, all on Wrath of the Lich King talents and spells, then this server is definitely for you. And the spells and talents are built on 335 Wrath of the Lich King. So it's not like they altered any spells to fit the identity back to vanilla WoW. So it's all going to be just 335 talents and spells for every phase. I think that about covers most of what I wanted to talk about for this video. So I thank you for watching, and I hope your questions for Nostrum WoW were answered. If not, drop a question in the comments below. And if you have made it this far, I would like to ask you, what is your favorite vanilla dungeon? What is it? Is it Ultiman? Probably not Ultiman. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.